Hi Libra, it's Aira. Spirit has pulled me in today with such a powerful, undeniable message for you. Your transformation is about to shock everyone, and not in a way that's fueled by proving yourself, but in a way that's so authentic, so unexpected, and so rooted in your truth that it catches people off guard. Spirit is showing me that for too long, some around you have underestimated your resilience, your wisdom, and your capacity to reinvent yourself. But the tide is shifting, and the version of you that's emerging now, they won't be able to ignore it. Before we dive in, remember, my loves, if you'd like to go deeper into your personal energy, I offer private readings starting at $9. And for those of you who want continuous guidance, my monthly membership is $99, where we map out your soul path in detail. Now let's look at the 5 cards Spirit has placed for your transformation. The first card Spirit brings forward is Justice. Your card, Libra. This is powerful confirmation that your transformation begins with reclaiming balance, truth, and fairness in your life. Spirit is saying you've spent years bending, compromising, and sometimes silencing parts of yourself to keep the peace. But now, your transformation shocks others because you're no longer willing to trade your truth for harmony. Justice tells me you're stepping into a phase where your decisions, your voice, and your boundaries are sharper, clearer, and more aligned. People who were used to you staying quiet will be stunned when they see how boldly you now stand in your truth. Justice also speaks to karmic balance. Spirit is showing me that your transformation will surprise others because the energy you've poured into situations that seemed thankless is finally coming back to you. Some may call it luck, but Spirit calls it justice. You've sown seeds of integrity and compassion, and now the harvest arrives. The shock for others is that what they thought you'd never receive, recognition, abundance, love, suddenly flows toward you, and you step into it with grace. Another layer of this card is about clarity. Justice cuts through illusions, and your transformation will include seeing things as they really are. Spirit is saying you'll no longer let yourself be deceived by surface appearances. This shift shocks people because once you see clearly, you can't unsee, and you start making decisions that protect your energy and honor your worth. It's as though a veil has lifted, and suddenly your path forward is undeniable. Finally, Justice reminds you, you are rewriting your story with truth as your compass. Spirit says your transformation isn't just about shocking others, it's about finally feeling aligned within yourself. No more inner conflict, no more second guessing. The balance you've been seeking externally begins to grow within, and that inner alignment is what makes you magnetic. The second card Spirit gives is the Tower. Libra, this is where the shock comes in at full force. The Tower tells me that your transformation may come after something unexpected, an ending, a revelation, or a shakeup that feels disruptive at first. Spirit says don't fear this energy. The Tower doesn't destroy what's real, it only clears away what's false. Your shock, and the shock of others, comes from how you rise after the shake. People will expect you to fall apart, but instead they'll see you rebuild stronger than ever. Another message from the Tower is liberation. Spirit says part of your transformation is breaking free from structures, roles, or relationships that kept you small. This card tells me that the parts of your life that weren't built on truth are falling away. And while that may scare others, for you, it's the greatest blessing. People will be shocked at how easily you walk away from what no longer serves you, and even more shocked when they see what you build in its place. The Tower also highlights authenticity. Libra, this is the moment where masks shatter, not just the ones others wore around you, but also the ones you've worn to protect yourself. Spirit says your transformation will shock because you stop hiding, you stop performing, stop over-explaining, and stop pleasing. The real you stands revealed, and that raw authenticity is more powerful than anything you've tried to project before. Finally, the Tower is a reminder that your foundation matters. Spirit says the reason your transformation is so lasting is because what's being cleared away now was never meant to last. Once the old structures are gone, you'll build with wisdom, strength, and alignment. And that's what shocks everyone. They thought this shake would break you, but it was actually your breakthrough. The third card Spirit shows is the Star. After the Tower comes healing and renewal, and this is where your transformation glows. The Star says you're stepping into a phase of hope, clarity, and visibility. Spirit is saying your transformation shocks others because you begin shining in ways they didn't see coming. Where once you doubted yourself, now you radiate confidence and peace. Where once you hid, now you're ready to be seen. The Star is about stepping into your light, and Spirit is saying the world is ready to see it. The Star also speaks of divine alignment. Spirit shows me that as part of your transformation, synchronicities will increase. Opportunities, connections, and insights that feel almost too perfectly timed. This shocks others because what they see as coincidence is actually your alignment with Spirit's plan. People will wonder how everything suddenly falls into place for you, but you'll know it's because you've finally stepped into the current of your soul's purpose. Another layer of this card is about vulnerability. The Star shows a figure pouring water openly. It's about sharing your truth without fear. Libra, your transformation shocks others because you'll begin revealing parts of yourself that you used to guard. Your honesty, your openness, and your willingness to be seen in your raw truth will touch people deeply. Spirit says your vulnerability becomes your power. Finally, the Star reminds you that your transformation is not just for you, it's for others too. Your healing, your courage, your authenticity will inspire those around you. People will be shocked not only by your transformation, but by how it ripples outward, helping them believe transformation is possible for them as well. The fourth card Spirit brings is the Chariot. Libra, this is forward motion, victory, and determination. Spirit says your transformation shocks others because of the speed and focus with which you move forward. Where people once saw hesitation or indecision, now they'll see clarity and momentum. The Chariot tells me you're about to align your willpower with Spirit's guidance, and once that happens, nothing can stop you. The Chariot also speaks to control. For so long, you may have felt pulled in opposite directions, by others' opinions, by your own doubts, by competing priorities. But Spirit says your transformation shocks others because you take the reins. You stop letting circumstances or people steer your path. Instead, you claim authority over your direction, and that focused energy makes you unstoppable. Another layer here is about triumph. The Chariot is a victory card, but not just in external ways. It's about triumph over your own obstacles. Spirit says your transformation shocks others because they see you overcome what they thought would hold you back forever. Whether it's doubt, fear, financial challenges, or old wounds, you'll rise above it in ways they never expected. And finally, the Chariot reminds you that this transformation isn't passive. It's driven by your choice to keep moving. Spirit says the shock comes not from luck, but from your relentless decision to keep steering forward, no matter what. You're no longer waiting, you're choosing, and that choice creates momentum that surprises everyone watching. The fifth card Spirit reveals is the World. Libra, this is the culmination of your transformation. The World says you're closing out a major cycle of your life and stepping into completion, mastery, and expansion. Spirit says your transformation shocks others because you're not just changing, you're graduating. You've integrated lessons, healed wounds, and completed patterns, and now you're ready for a whole new chapter. People will be stunned at how far you've come, how complete your growth feels, and how confidently you step into the next stage of your life. The World also speaks to visibility on a larger scale. Spirit shows me that as part of your transformation, your influence or reach could expand. Maybe you share your work publicly, connect with new communities, or step into leadership roles. The shock here is that people who once thought of you in small, limited ways will suddenly see you thriving in larger, more expansive spaces. Another message with the World is about freedom. Spirit says your transformation shocks others because you're no longer weighed down by the past. The cycles that once repeated endlessly have ended, and you're free to move forward without baggage. That freedom radiates from you. It shows up in your choices, your energy, and even the way you carry yourself. Finally, the world is a reminder that you're not just closing one chapter, you're opening another. Spirit says your transformation shocks others because it isn't temporary, it's lasting. You're stepping into wholeness, into alignment, and into the fullness of who you are meant to be. And once people see you embody this, they'll never doubt your strength again. Libra, the journey Spirit revealed today shows how your transformation unfolds. Justice brings truth, the tower clears the false, the star brings renewal, the chariot propels you forward, and the world completes the cycle. Spirit says this transformation will shock, not because it's sudden, but because it's undeniable. You are rising, and nothing can stop it. Affirmation: I release the old cycles with grace. I embrace truth, healing, momentum, and completion. My transformation is undeniable, and I step boldly into the fullness of who I am.